Others experience others whakaaro.
So yeah, because I was just listening to Te Rita there, and so the Paraone talks a lot about the, because I used to call it that last night, the poor Poroporaki, but he calls it the poor Takapau, and that was the same idea where they were actually, the body was wrapped in some kind of whariki, right, on that last night, and since it was called poor Takapau. But coming back to cremation, my whole view about it's somewhat coloured by something that this one who just buried last week said, his description of what a crematorium is. And he said, he whare tunu tū pāpaku. Since that time has very much put me off the whole notion of getting, because it's not cremation, it's getting cooked. And so, but I know that, it seems to me to be becoming more and more prevalent, actually. And it seems like, a lot of people are electing that. And then there's, the sort of vacuum in terms of tikanga around ashes. So, you go to someone's house and there's so-and-so's ashes on the kai table there, sort of, you see that, or they're, kawe mate, or hari mate, when it's usually like a photo. It's now can be the ashes as well, and sort of, as one of those who might end up being one of the speakers, you kind of, are you actually mihi to this person that has passed on, or are you mihi to them because they're there, like in a tangihanga, because their ashes are there, there's all that kind of stuff. But I know that there are so many we surely like I understand Ngāti Tama and others who actually that's not an unusual practice, and they've been doing it for centuries. The actual, the cremating, their tūpāpaku.
In terms of what Pakiki said, when it comes time to mihi or to speak, what do you do? I can remember my mother saying that she went to a tangihanga and wondered why she couldn't see the tūpāpaku lying in the usual place. And then, of course, the gentleman who had escorted her along to be his kai karanga said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's she's been cremated and it's just the ashes." And my mother was in a quandary because she had never been taught how to karanga ashes.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about cremation, there are the other tikanga that go along with the whole tangi moving, and the karanga is one, is how to karanga
or
mihi, all of those things. So it's not just around that process. Hinamo, you were going to say?
Oh, when I was growing up, the tikanga was mena ka mate te tangata, kau kia te tangata ki te kopu o te whenua a tinana, and that's what I've been brought up with in terms of cremation. I don't know.
Is it something your whānau have talked about, the possibilities, or it's very clear, or if your nan said, this is what I want, one day she goes, oh, I've had enough.
Can't.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't know what to do anyways, if it came to that.
Okay. Jenny?
Cremation's relatively new to our whānau, I think this year, new. So, it was kind of strange because we didn't really know where to place ourselves in preparation for that. We didn't know what was going to happen really. So we had the tūpāpaku, and then of course you have this, what you've got to do, tikanga kawa, the protocols around that. You do that on the marae, and then suddenly they're off. And you think, oh, do we all go? Do we have a kaihakari afterwards? What happens to them? Do we wait there, for that process to happen? And do we stay there all night and wait so we can get our ashes back in the morning? Or so we do all those sort of questions, eh? So we ended up, it happened by choice. That was his choice. He wanted that to happen. And then we went and got him the next day, a box. The same thing. It's like, okay, let's have karakia. Okay, so we're sort of making our own kind of tikanga around that. And then we got in the car and took him home, and pretty much on the shelf for about a week. And then one of his sisters says, oh, I'm going to find out if I can take him back overseas with me and he can come with me. So she did all the requirements, got papers signed, and took him on the plane. And off he went. Yeah, so I was like, wow, that's different.